Guys, welcome back to episode 3 of the Algebra Series. In today's episode, we are going to do squaring a binomial. Right, so let's start with the basics. What is a binomial? We all know a binomial is two terms. And we also know what a term is. A term is separated by either an addition sign or a minus sign, a subtraction sign. So that's how we know what a term is. Please do not get confused. Okay, now squaring a binomial basically means that there's a bracket, and inside the bracket there are two terms. And this entire bracket is being squared. Now, there are different ways to do this. For instance, saying for a question like this, doing this. X minus 1 multiplies again with the same bracket, but that's just going to take too much time. So, rather follow these steps. And I'm pretty sure you're going to get your answer in less than 15 to 20 seconds. Or even less than that. So step 1 is square the first term. Right, let's look at this example. Square the first term. X will become x squared. Square the last term, which is step number 2. Squared. And remember, anything that is squared will always be positive. So even if this one is actually a negative 1, after it's squared, it becomes a positive 1. Then we're off to step number 3. Step number 3 tells us multiply the two terms. Right. If we had to multiply x and negative 1, we would get negative x. But that's not all. Multiply the two terms and then multiply again, but by 2. So we're going to multiply this by 2. And that's going to give us negative 2x. And there, you've just completed a question in less than 10 to 15 seconds. Now we're going to do another same type of problem, but a little complex. Why is it complex? Because this one actually has fractions inside. So we all know whenever there's a bracket, we need to first do BODMAS. And BODMAS tells us solve whatever is inside this bracket first and then continue. So we first need to solve whatever is inside here. And whatever's inside this is fractions. And how do we add or subtract fractions? We are first going to find the LCD or LCM. And in episode 2, there's a very nice way where I explain how you would get the complete answer of this in less than 3 steps. So please go check that video out. It is going to be in the playlist. But nevertheless, let me just quickly show you. Find the LCD or LCM, which is 3. 3 divided by 3 gives us 1. 1 times 2 will be 2x. Bring down the sign, minus. 3 divided by 1 will give us 3. 3 times 3 over here will give us 9. And that's how we do it. Now we're going to do whatever our main question was, and that is squaring the binomial. So our next step is follow these 3 steps. Okay, so 2x squared will give us 2x squared will give us 4x squared. Right, and then square the last term, which will give us 81. Multiply the 2, so that would give us negative 18, and then negative 18 multiplied by 2 again will give us negative 36x. Don't forget the denominator. multiply this by 3 or squared, and we will get 9. And voila, you're basically done. You could go to the next step by bringing it in this form. This basically is dividing everything by 9. So you would get 4 over 9x squared minus 4x plus 9. Why? Because 36 divided by 9 will give us 4, and 81 divided by 9 will give us 9 again. And that's how you do this type of a problem. Another very important thing that you could do is try and learn these formulas, because it's basically the same. It's basically the 3 steps but in a formula. So yeah, a plus b, all in the bracket squared, will give you a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So you can see over here, the two terms that were inside the bracket actually multiplied. And those two are now being multiplied by 2. It's the same for this one over here. The only difference of this one is it has a minus sign, but that's not a problem. It's the same thing. You basically square this one. So it's a squared, and then minus b squared will give us positive b squared. Multiply these two, that would give us negative ab, and then multiply this by 2 again. And that's how we get minus 2ab. Thank you guys for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below if there's anything that you would like to add onto this video, or something maybe you want me to do. Yeah, see you next time in episode 4. Bye.